I'm sure many of you have heard this phrase vibe coding. Yesterday, I heard about the new release of, well, the release of a new version of Windsurf, which is an IDE that incorporates the Claude 3.5 Sonnet model. It allows you to use a prompting mechanism called Cascade to interactively generate code within the IDE. But when you build anything, you need a good use case, right? So I write a lot of content, and there are tools that will analyze that content for keywords to increase, your SEO, that kind of thing. And if you Google, there's tons of tools out there that do this. Even agencies that, you send content to them, they do it. So what a great use case. I thought maybe I could just build my own. So in between meetings and even during a couple of meetings, I started vibe coding. This is Windsurf, this is the IDE. And within a couple of hours, I generated maybe 500 lines of code, application code, plus all the requirements, setting up the entire project so that I could build my SEO analyzer from scratch. Normally, this would take several hours, if not days. I was doing this really with just a little bit of time and jumping back and forth between tasks. As you can see, I've burned through all my credits. This is very addictive. This is, you need to purchase more to continue. But what's really interesting about this process is using this interface, which is called Cascade. You just type in your natural language and it does everything for you, including when I was troubleshooting the APIs that it's calling. It created additional error handling, read its own logs, made suggestions, made changes, and all I had to do was accept the changes to continue. So all of that iteration was happening really just from prompting, minimal prompting at that. And what's interesting is that it created test scripts to test different implementations, find the best one. So really kind of the thought process that I would go through if I were to build this from scratch. And voila, here is my SEO analyzer. I apologize for the green screen interface. This reveals my age, but you could do this, obviously it only took a prompt to change the CSS and everything about the design as well. So I'm going to paste some content here from a recent blog post, analyze it. This is the part that takes the longest. Well, not too long. And here I have my report. So as you can see, this analyzes the content for word count, keywords, the frequency of keywords, as well as the interest, whether that's trending up or down. It suggests meta tags and other suggestions that could make the content more searchable. So if I were any of these companies that I was looking at when I was trying to find an SEO analyzer, I might be a little nervous that someone vibe coding in a very short amount of time really got to MVP pretty quickly. I don't know.